So a mini lecture about the fifth chakra. That is the throat chakra, and its name that is Vishuddhi, and it means cleaning, cleansing, or pure. And if you communicate what you need, then you will be cleansed. The basic color is blue. It's a nice color. It's a spiritual healing color, you know. Maybe you remember that with the second chakra, the color is orange, and I always see, or many times I see nurses and doctors have this green arms, green, sorry, orange arms, many orange, because that's a physical healing color also. But the spiritual healing color is blue. So if you see a spiritual healer, you might see a lot of blue in him or her or around him. And it is here, you know, in this little dent here, there is your throat chakra, your fifth chakra. And the mantra is Hum. We will sing that, of course, somewhere. And the element is space. And it's so funny because you guys started with, yeah, I'm taking more space and trouble taking space. And this is all about space or ether, you know. In the old days, for the oldies among us, we say, the radio is in the ether, you know. And that's the element or space. And space is a very funny thing, you know. Because space pervades everything. You know, I'm here, I see a computer screen in front of me, but space doesn't end in front of the computer and start again after that. The computer is totally also space. Only the free space ends here, and I can put the calm here, but not in the computer, really. Otherwise things go wrong. But space is everywhere, and space pervades everything. And space itself is not touched by everything. Whether you pollute the air can be polluted or touched, you know, or you explode an atomic bomb, space itself is not touched by it. And in space remains space. And in that sense, space, oh, something is happening outside. A space is a representative of who you are, because who you really are is also not touched by anything. Anything happens in you, even life and death, you are born, you die, you are sick, you are healthy, but you, your essence, you, who you really are, consciousness itself, does not change. And space is so nice, yeah, a nice, how do you call it, a parallel thing to that. And okay, so space and ether. And your fifth chakra is a very important chakra because, for instance, when it is blocked, you can have thyroid problems, swollen throat, lung problems, lung disease, bronchitis, loss of voice, stuttering. If people stutter, they also have a blocked fifth chakra. So when blocked, a lot of things go wrong. And it is a connection, that's also nice, between the head and the heart. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, the head and the heart. Oh yeah, and you can do, if you like, put your, we've done this before, your fingers, and from your chakras radiate energy, and just, you know, go between, to begin, make the connection between your heart and your head. Just go to those channels. You can do that now, yeah. And you can feel it. Okay, crown chakra, to the sixth chakra, to the fifth chakra, and then to your heart. And because we're doing that, go to the third, to the second, to the first, and just clean this channel. And with the emphasis on cleaning the connection between your heart and your head, because there is your, just in between is your fifth chakra. I can so much feel it. It is good that I teach, because then I do those things myself. And you can also visualize that you connect those centers all the way to the bottom of your spine. Yeah, and do that in your own tempo, in your own way. Pull up my cheat sheet. Yes. Yeah, nice. So we will work with this chakra, but now you already have the connection. Cool. So, yeah, and about the chakra, the development of it, animals and babies and children, they are very, very, very telepathic. And you know, you go because you are all dog owners. So your dog telepathically knows what's going on with you. And babies and infants also know. And if you tell a child something and you mean something else, you know, the child will know that intuitively. It wouldn't be able to say that, but it will feel that. And when that happens a lot, it gets confused and it loses the ability to listen to his or her inner voice. Um, and it will block that telepathic function. So in the child is there, but it can be confused, and maybe you experience that yourself if you have a lot. If you think back and a lot of difference between what is said and what is meant, then you lose that telepathic ability. Um, and of course, this chakra has a strong relationship with your physical voice. It is about your inner voice. Can you hear your inner voice? Can you see what it says? But also your physical voice. If it is open, you are able, and if it's whole, you are able to express yourself, to say what you want, what you need, or say that you don't like something, like coachen. Very, very good to express yourself, and also yourself, what you like, your emotions and your sexuality, all goes through open throat chakra to be able to express that. Let me see. Yes, it is a powerful communication center also for non-physical communication. So maybe, Ria, if you travel or something that is non-physical communication, you might hear things, you might say things. That's all this chakra. Or you might hear things from other realms or other dimensions, even sitting now. And so that's a very, very deep chakra. Let me see more. Oh yeah, that I forgot. I always begin with it. It is also practical intuition, like knowing when the eggs are done without setting the alarm clock, or someone phones and you know, aha, that's Ian, or you get a letter and you just know from who it is. So it's all about also that kind of yeah, practical intuition. And effective teachers, like me, have a strong telepathic ability. So I say words, but telepathically also a lot comes through. And that's why you can sometimes understand without even having heard it correctly. Um, yeah, and only not many people are conscious of that. So that is what I can say about, but it's so about your truth, about your inner truth, and about saying, taking spaces, just where you're all at. Because naturally you all are, you know, all lift up and worked up to this. It is already happening. So after this lesson, you will be so taking space, communicate, and all this kind of stuff. Are there any questions about this? Please, please, please ask. I love questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
Well, taking space and speaking out, I don't feel trouble here, but I feel trouble in my heart.
Ah,
What do I
okay.
do? Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good question. So you are taking space and you feel it in your heart. What do you remember the last lesson in which we say, not this is happening, but what do you do in your body? Do you remember all you? Yeah.
Mhm.
So what do you do in your body, in your heart when you are about to take space?
I shrink.
Yes, you shrink, you do your muscles like this. Okay, so somewhere along the line, that seems to be the best way to act. Somewhere you have picked that. Oh my God, I am now going to speak. Better shrink, and that shrinking probably prevents you from saying what you want, or
Well,
you
from being hurt.
for yeah, you shrink because you're afraid of being hurt. Of course, yeah. And probably either you don't say it, or if you're courageous, you say it against the shrinking. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is programmed, that we learned the last time. So if everybody wants to join in, I like to do to do what because your question is what do you do, and that is practice, 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 practice the three thingies. So I'm gonna do that now with you because I love to practice immediately what is at hand. So, Coach, can you give an example of, ooh, I want to take space, I want to say it, but I didn't in the past, or maybe even now?
Yeah. No, it's when you ask us to open the channel,
Yeah.
when I came from the throat to my heart, it felt really uncomfortable. So it shrunk already. So in
Oh, it's
opening
shrunk
already,
already. Oh,
yeah.
wow,
So
wow.
I can't really have an example, but there's something blocking there, I think.
Yeah, but
So
that's a beautiful, because already, you make the connection, and that is so good because now you also make the connection. Oh my God, if I will take space or will take, then my heart shrinks. So you already discovered that by making the connection. And now, so that is a discovery. And now I want to, if you want, of course, practice. Okay, what you can do. So this is, so now already it is shrank. Now already you
yeah,
shrank it.
yeah.
Okay, let me think a little bit. Let me feel actually. Okay. And was there a thought when you did this, or was it just that you shrank your heart, so to speak?
Not, yeah. No, it was just, well, perhaps the thought of speaking out, it's immediately my heart shrank. Yeah.
Good, good, very good. So
No,
the
no,
thought,
I don't like it.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
But how do you call it? Sadistically, I do. No, not sadistically. I love it because then you can practice. So the thought of speaking out alone, now you are shrank. Okay, so everybody and think of something that is difficult for you. Maybe it is for all of you the thought of speaking out, or maybe, oh my God, I have to tell this to my husband, wife, boss, child, dog. Ah, dog is easy. So think of something, and we do now immediately the three thingies. So, okay, thingy one was relax your core. So that means let your tongue lie loose in your mouth. Yes. Relax your jaws. Let your shoulders hang. Maybe you lift them up a bit. Oh yeah, this is this. And oh yeah, now I lower them. Yeah, cool. Ooh. And relax your chest. Maybe you first tense it, like tense it, and then relax. And let your belly hang loose. Don't mind what everybody thinks. Lie nice, fat belly hang loose. And relax your pelvic floor. I will go through this again. So let your tongue hang loose in your mouth, let it lie there. Relax your jaws. Let your shoulders hang. Relax your chest. Let your belly hang. And relax your pelvic floor. Okay, keep on breathing. Take a breath to your belly. And now think of someone or something that really makes you so happy, actually makes you smile from the inside. Yeah, doing good. And now think of yourself as a star. You shine in every direction, up, down, in front of you, to the back, to the left, to the right. You shine, you shine, you shine. Like a light bulb or a star, or whatever makes you feel shiny. I will go through it again. Relax your core, that means tongue loose in your mouth. Let your jaws hang, let your shoulders hang, let your chest relax it. Let your belly hang, relax your pelvic floor. to think of someone or someone who makes you so happy. Feel that. Feel that as if a smile comes up from the inside. Yes. And now, think that you are a light bulb or star. Shine, shine in every direction. Top, down, front, back, left, right. Okay, take a deep breath. And now you can all open your eyes and, yeah, coach, think of speaking up. Coach, speak up. You don't have to speak, but think. How does it feel? Tell me, coach, how does this feel?
Well, I was thinking about our sharing before that I have to take time to speak because then I can really say what I mean. And usually I don't take that time or that space. So I say very quickly and nobody understands me. So I think it's not as much to be afraid to speak, but take my time to say what I mean. And then perhaps nothing will happen.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And how does this feel right now?
Calm.
Calm, yeah. So for you, the thing is taking time to speak. That's actually the the message. And, then we can all learn from Bianca, because I recognize that. You have to react immediately when asked a question instead of taking the time. Yeah. Is that okay for you now, coach? And take your time to answer. We can practice, like if I ask you a question, at least count to 10, just as a practice, just for fun.
Well, for me, it's just taking time to pronounce every word.
To pronounce every word, that is what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
So,
then I don't think too fast and I just lose people because they can't follow the steps I'm making. So I have to
cool.
slow down.
Okay, slow down. Do you think you can do that now?
Well, I'm doing it now. I'm slowing down.
Yeah. You, it was a trick question.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good, very
Yeah.
good, very good, dear. So keep doing this. Keep doing this. Cool. Are there any other people who wants to share or did the discovery or just it's all right?
This was really nice. I don't know if I went off course, and it wasn't really about taking space or speaking up, but I just thought my daughter then, and I was just sort of like this light over her, and she was looking up at me, sort of holding my light on a string, almost like a balloon, and it was just felt like I was just looking down on her, smiling, but I was just the light. But it felt really comfortable, comforting. So I think I'll probably use that in other situations as well. Just if I need a little pickup,
Yeah,
that was really nice. Yeah,
cool.
exercise that one.
Cool, thank you. So you can use it in the private situation, but I think also very good in your work because that's also about communication and speaking. So cool.
Yeah.
What I experienced
Yeah.
in my posture, I'm always a bit round, and my upper back is a bit bent, and I do mind, and I do want to keep a better position or a better posture, but it's difficult to remind myself every time of it. But now with the fourth chakra and being able to let the sun shine on my chest, and this in combination with the fifth chakra, I realize it's much a happier feeling or just an easier feeling to open up for it. So literally, so I'm very glad with this discovery. And the three things, it is very powerful again. And always when I imagine the spark or the light or the star thing, I feel happiness as well as a tear or just overwhelmed. And the combination of the fourth and the fifth being more uplifted and open makes me speak. Well, I realize I can reach people in a different way. It's different by speaking with this and just say what I have to say. I have to be, I can be less persuasive, or it's not needed anymore because you speak on a different atmosphere. So that's my discovery. Wow. It's beautiful. And this thing, it's very strong. I can visualize, but this is like, I like this very much.
Yeah, you feel it, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. And so to smoothen up or to equalize all the chakras, it's very powerful. And I have a question. How do you nourish or feed or 3, 4, and 5? 1 and 2 chakra, you said grounding and gardening, and 2 is by getting everything with water. And how is 3, 4, and 5?
3 is everything with sun and fire and yellow food, bananas and that kind of thing. And 4 is green, so walk in nature, you know, the nature green especially in the foods, and eat green food like a lot of vegetables, avocados, salads, that kind of things. And 5, that's actually the blue thing, so blueberry, blue food and air, space, you know, walk on the beach or walk more in the how do you call it? Weilanden.
Fields, yeah, or along a river or something.
Yeah, like space. Yeah. A good question. And blue food, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
forgot that. Yeah, I will put it somewhere. Yeah, thank you. Did you have a question, Coach, or not? No, okay. Other people want to share? Don't have to.
Well, I made the experience that I have or want to have a choice whether I want to speak up or speak out. And if I consciously decide to speak up or speak things out, express myself, then it's like with Kotje, I need time for that. And I need to feel that the other person is present and really fully there. And I think I realized right now that's why I very often have a problem to speak my truth or speak out what I think, because I sense that people are not aware. Yeah. For example, in my team, they're just not there. They're not interested, but they just want to talk to themselves, but they really don't want to hear what I have to say. And that's the place where I have the most problems to speak things out. So this is really important. And I also realized when I make a conscious decision or an unconscious decision based on that, I feel that somebody is fully present, then I don't have a problem to express myself.
Cool. That's a cool discovery. Yeah. So that is good to notice that first. And if someone is not there, then it's a waste of time, a waste of your energy. Just
So and I realize now why I'm sometimes with people so silent, that I just sense in certain environments there is no willingness, no presence, no nothing. But unfortunately, and that's what I have to work on, is that I transfer that experience to other groups too.
So every time you have to be fully present to see, are people present or not, and so you have to be present for that in the first place, and to make the distinguish the discrimination. Very good discovery. Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Excuse me, throat. I can echo everything I'm hearing. Yeah, throat. That's there. That's quite a little Freudian slip there, isn't it? Yes. Blocked throat. Yeah, I feel quite scared by it.
And apologising for making a noise with it.
Here I go again. Thanks, Ian.
Less of that.
Yeah, I'm just on this. I can hear it. I can relate to it. But yeah, what you said there, Ria, about not feeling that somebody else is actually going to listen or be present. I guess that's a fear in itself. Yeah, I'm sort of scared. Not quite sure where to go with it. I know I need to do it. It's about, yeah. I guess should it be that you need to know the other person's listening, or not, or you have enough in yourself. I mean, I you know, I'm just catching up. I can't even maintain eye contact. I'm very keen. If someone else is speaking, I'm on them like a laser. But if I'm speaking to somebody else and I'm doing the talking, I look away. And I'm learning through the process and the therapy. That's just a way of stopping my body entering the freeze or flop system, which is, you know, the rabbit in the headlight, or you just lack of oxygen to your brain. You just end up sort of, you know, getting tunnel vision, or you get a scramble. And I fight against that. Anytime I use my voice or my own, I fight against this, because one, I don't breathe enough, so I don't give my body enough oxygen. I don't, you know, like what you're saying, Coach, with you got to get it all over the net really quick, and therefore you go at 100 miles an hour. I find I don't breathe enough. So then my body is lacking in oxygen. So then you get this fog, and then you miss the point. You miss the point of what you're trying to say. And it's about having that, I guess, the dispelling, you know, you can reach for the moments like you said about your daughter there. My moment was last week when we were camping. I was with Ivy. She's I've known Ivy since she was this big. We just went on the swings. We went on the swings and messed about in the playground, you know, and you know, it was just a lovely thing. And I'm doing a lot of observing of myself now, and there's a thing in me, the sergeant major in me. I know where it's from. It's from family. No, you can't do that. You mustn't do that. You must, you know, do this. And I was just like, no, not now. I'm going to just enjoy it. But it takes courage. It really takes a lot of courage to do it. And all those feelings of trepidation come up. So I'm not quite at the stage yet where I can push them to one side. I think I'll get there, but it's yeah, I clam up, I sweat, and I don't find the confidence to get there yet. But I'm learning from everybody as well. It's really good to hear everybody else is in, you know, we all sort of have similar experiences of it. So yeah, I just think I need to give it more time, or give it more, you know, it's happening. I'll probably say this a lot, it's happening slowly, but I sometimes need to let things sit, and I'll be walking around and thinking, yeah, okay, and you join dots in your mind. Join dots in your mind. So yeah, but I can relate to exactly what Coach is saying, Ria, Bianca, Ian, that they're all similar things. It's about having a voice.
Yeah.
But my question is if nobody's listening, part of me thinks that's all right as well, provided I can at least not feel that I've got to seek others' approval to speak. I guess that's the point I'm making, is you're not sort of, okay, is it okay to speak kind of thing. You can speak, it's all right, you're allowed to speak. and you don't have to sort of constantly look for the echo of a mood or a look or whatever with everybody else. It's like, no, I want to speak, or I have something to say. You value yourself. You value something inside of you that is worth something to have a voice on whatever it may be, you know, rather than check in with everybody or seek approval or find, you know, okay, all the boxes are ticked, right, I'm now going to speak, and then when you get to it, you've got to get it all out so quick because you still don't have that confidence, and I get into a loop with that process, you know. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does make very, very, very much sense. I also recognize things in that, and it is nice to turn it for you, especially Theo, to turn it around instead of, oh, am I allowed to speak, and look for signs you're allowed to speak, because you are such a unworthy little person, and if people are very, you know, nice, they grant you the space to speak.
Yeah,
And
permission. Yeah.
permission to speak, yes, exactly. But
Permission to speak. So that's like, this is it. This is me. Permission to speak.
yeah, exactly. And it is nice to practice inside to turn it around. Like, and that is might be a big step for you, but just to turn it around. Oh my God, you know, I know that I have things to say, and I think of, for instance, the think, which coach mentioned, like, is it true, is it helpful, is it inspiring, necessary, and kind, or sometimes you just want to make a nonsense joke. But hey, I am Theo, and you know, people might be very lucky to hear me speak. They are so lucky. For instance, it's true because I consider myself very lucky to hear you speak, and I enjoy your voice. You have a beautiful voice. I enjoy your words, and I'm not telling to make you feel good. I cannot help it if it makes you feel good, but it's really sincere what I say. So that you say, oh my God, and it is a stretch, but why not? I'm Theo, and my God, I have things to say. Even a joke is funny, but I have things to say, and people are lucky to hear me. Let me see, is everybody here interested, or is this person? Oh no, not interested. Then he's not worth my speaking. You know, and that's totally, and slightly interested but not noticing yet, or that I'm about to say something really nice or important. Well, I will speak anyway. I give him a chance to listen to me. So just to turn it all around. How's that for you, Theo?
Are you saying that I should do this internally?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, so it's an internal process.
Yeah.
Of yeah, what's going on. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think it's yeah, it does make sense. See, I've instantly, yeah, I'm battling with it now. Even to acknowledge what you're saying,
Yeah.
for me to speak out and acknowledge it. Yeah, I just need practice, I think.
Yes, you just need practice, and this is a beautiful, loving group family of amazing light beacons. So here you can practice, and then, you know you are valued here. And if you don't know it yet, you will know because we are bombarding you with that message.
I know you are.
And then you can comfortably try it out in the upper world. You know, have this attitude, and it's completely different attitude than you have. But yeah, you have to start somewhere, eh?
Yeah. No, that works. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this.
Well, thank you very much too, because I think that's a very important point for me too, because I think I want the approval from others that I'm allowed to speak and that they will listen to me. So this is a very good point. But also there is a very fine line distinguishing between allowing yourself going through that internal process and then think, oh, they can be happy that I'm talking to them. Now they have to listen. And the other thing, what we call in Germany.
Can I stop, because otherwise I forget? Can we have it now? They have to listen. If they don't listen, they're bad luck. You know, they don't have to, but oh my God, they miss something. That's poor souls. So they don't have to, but if they don't, they're bad luck. Tough. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's true, but hopefully I didn't forget it. There's another thing, we have a saying in Germany, don't throw your pearls in front of pigs.
Exactly.
So-
Parelen voor de zwijnen, we say in Dutch. Yes.
And that was what I was referring to. And I really have to think my whole thing through, what we discussed now. Because the one thing is you really don't need to seek approval. That makes life difficult. And why not make them listen to you? Because you're listening to them all the time. But the other thing is also, if people constantly are not willing to listen what you have to say, if they really signalize that in many ways, then it would be throwing your pearls in front of the pigs.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
So-
at least you have thrown your pearls and you can pick them up because they haven't seen them. So.
Yeah.
No, I like what Theo says because I think that indeed you look for approval, you look for someone who is
Yes.
really listening to you. But it's their bad luck if they don't listen. At least you have said what you wanted to say. Do with it what you like. If you haven't heard it, your bad luck. Well, I
Yeah.
like that feeling. I like that feeling about
Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, and Theo, you mentioned trepidatious, and I'm not native English speaking. So, what I think I'll catch the meaning, but I don't quite catch it. What is trepidatious?
Trepidation, as I understand it, is it's like if you can imagine a tightrope between two skyscrapers,
Yeah.
and you're like, shit, am I going to be able to do this? Is this going to be okay? I don't want to look down because I might fall down, and you feel an anxiety. It's going to be hard to navigate your way through, whether it be a situation or you know, a conflict or something like that, or a new experience. It's like that before you get into the ice
That is
bath.
trepidatious. Okay.
Yeah. I'll
feel it.
Find I'll find the proper dictionary definition of it, but trepidation is slightly unnerving, slightly anxious. It's like, what's going to happen? I guess it's the body's way of giving you a bolt of survival fear. But it may not be necessary ultimately, because it's like, no, you've got to go with it. You're not going to die. You're going to be okay. But the body has that response of, oh, okay, everything okay? Everything all right? You know, and not sure, a little bit scared.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I just didn't get that word. Thank you. Learn something.
Well, I'll get the proper I'll get the Oxford English Dictionary definition of it. That might be better.
I don't
than
think
mine.
so. Okay, Emma, do you want to say something?
Yeah. Yeah. Theo, there from your speaking, a lot resonated with me. And you mentioned about breathing, and I notice if I'm going up to speak, I'll always stop and breathe and center myself, and I am now at a point where I can just speak, you know, without feeling so nervous, or, you know, I can bring myself back to center. But I don't transfer that over to just speaking in a group. I've only realized now. And we'll say with this group, I've always felt so comfortable to be vulnerable, to open and to share. But today it feels different for me. And it's because I haven't seen you for a whole week, you know, for that week that you were together. And I think I feel like, oh, I'm kind of out of the loop. I don't really know what's going on. That's all in my head. No, that's not reality. It's all in my head. I understand that now. But to share, then I feel like I noticed my breathing is shallow, and it was only when you said it. And for me, I was told before that that I shallow breathe, and I was told you shallow breathe because you're suffocating yourself to please others. And I thought that was really interesting. So when I think about it, you know, when I was asked to share, I was saying, oh, what am I going to say now? What, you know, what do they want to hear? I suppose, you know, instead of just being like, okay, this is what I have to share, with no expectations of what the listener needs to hear. It's just from myself. So that's interesting that That's really helpful to know that, just to take a breath and to come back to taking myself away from the expectations of the listener, you know, if that makes
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I also recognize that, and I totally understand that. And the breathing, yeah, I forgot to tell that to Theo because I was all about attitude, changing attitude. But you know, breathing it hello, breathing it shallow and high, and then it is like you know, a spiral, and you spiral totally into the sympathetic nervous system, totally flight, fright, freeze, more flight, fright. So, for starters, in a situation, you can start by prolonging your out breath. You don't have to call to count, just prolong your out breath, because by that you go back into your parasympathetic nervous system. So that's a nice thing. And thank you, because even if you are trepidatious, anxious about talking, you did it, you know, and with every time you do that, you have conquered. Okay, it is safe. They are not booing me. They are not running away. We love you, and whatever you say, you know, we just want to hear what is there, whatever it is, and even if it is, I don't dare to speak. Also, that's okay. Yeah. So, does it feel good now, dear?
Yeah, yeah, definitely does. And that realization is very powerful. It like I can see it in other groups as well, in like family groups and things like that. Yeah, I'm twigging a lot of things.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, this was a question with a lot of consequences and a lot of discovery. So thank you for that question, Coach. Cool. Are you ready to go to the movies? In Holland, we can go to the movies, but they're all Dutch movies, you know, children's movies. I like to have a nice, I don't know, movies that I like. Tap this. Feeling of fear or anxiety about something that may happen. Yes, about something that may happen. That's it. Yeah, cool. Trepidation. Thank you, Theo. Oh yeah, Ian is Ian has do a lot of disappearing acts today, yeah.
Well, otherwise he would fall asleep. So this is fine.
Yeah. Just
He's
stand
too
up.
much relaxed and
He's gone to his ice bath. That's what he's
Oh
gone.
yeah.
Ice bath.
He's totally addicted to his ice bath. Like someone is on a drink, you know. He's on. Oh my God, I have to go to my ice bath. I was looking for my massage cream. Let me see. Cannot find it. Have to do without it. Okay. So okay, Ria is also going. Everybody is leaving this class. It is such a boring class. I understand.
It's still here when I'm not here.
So in a minute.
I keep going to the toilet. I've drank so much water today. I just can't.
Yeah, and we were joking. We were saying that you are so addicted to your ice bath that you are going to the ice bath.
Well, I thought you said he's so addicted to his iPhone.
No, ice bath. Like he's going on ice bath again and again.
Yeah.
So let's. I think it's good to start a new recording. We do the hand massage. Yeah, and then going to the movie.